How do you solve a team that has 9 national championships in program history, has won 4 straight conference titles, and currently holds the #1 ranking in Division II with their electric 18-3 start? That's exactly what the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish are going to look to try to do this afternoon. Welcome in on the Sailfish Sports Network from JM Jake Rubin Park in West Palm Beach. Palm Beach Atlantic and Tampa playing a doubleheader this afternoon, and we're just about ready to get underway with Game 1. As you see Dane Hall, who gets the nod this afternoon, making his warm-up tosses. This will be his 6th start of the season for Palm Beach Atlantic. He's 3-2 with a 205 earned run average through his 26 and a third innings. And he's going to see a Spartans group who put up 9 runs yesterday, 8 of which were unearned, charged to the PBA pitching staff. Their final line last night, 9 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and all but 2 players in the starting lineup for Coach Urso's group did record at least 1 hit. The Sailfish team on the other side, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the field, which was charged to starting pitcher Nolan Smoot, who's now got 2 straight losses to his record after falling to Florida Tech last weekend. Sailfish are trying to snap a 5-game slide here this afternoon. Started their season with a 4-game losing streak, quickly flipped the script to 10-game winning streak, and now 5 straight losses. Never lost more than 5 in a row last year, so they're looking to avoid the first 5-plus game losing streak since February of 2023. Tampa, very similar looking lineup to last night. Jordan Williams, the left fielder, going to lead things off. Edgardo Villegas, the center fielder, going to hit second. J.D. Urso plays short and hits third. Lenny Ashby is going to be in right field. Braden Woodburn does the DH duties. Kevin Carsetter is going to be at third. Cole Russo plays first and hits seventh. Joander Irigona, the catcher, going to hit eighth. And Nico Saladino plays second and hits ninth. Dane Hall going to finally conclude his warm-up tosses, and it is going to be left fielder Jordan Williams to begin the ball game here this afternoon. Williams, the left fielder, has really taken over this leadoff spot and run with it in his first and only year in a Spartans jersey, as he's a grad student, spent his first couple of years at Florida State. 1 for 5 with a strikeout, a run, and an RBI last night. Is the switch hitter going to bat from the left side to face the righty Hall to start the game. Hall kicks and deals. Shows bunt, puts it up in the air, first base side, and dropped in foul territory. Izquierdo trying to get underneath that one, but it will be strike one. Williams hitting .400 on the season, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, has 31 stolen bags, leading this team by a long shot in that category. He's tied for second on the team in batting average, as the 0-1 from Hall going to come on in, drills him on the right knee. And so Williams going to get the free pass to first to start the afternoon. Edgardo Villegas is going to come up in a spot with 1 on base. 1 for 5 yesterday with a strikeout. Left 2 on the base pass when he was at the dish. Villegas actually played in the U-23 World Championships in China last September, was the most valuable player, helped Puerto Rico to a silver medal in the tournament. Is that one going to break down and outside for ball 1? 500 average, 6 home runs in 8 games in the tournament, also had 2 stolen bags. Short lead off of first is the 1-0. Going to pull it away, that's ball 2. Villegas' average is .338. He's got a homer and 17 RBIs to go along with 9 stolen bases so far this spring. Hall's 2-0. Breaks down and away yet again for ball 3. Villegas stands at 5'8", 185. One of the smaller players in the Spartans lineup, actually. 7 of their 9 players in the starting lineup over 6 feet is the 3-0. Finally going to clip the zone as he went fastball down and away, so it mates it 3-1. Vegas ultra patient to plate, 13 walks, 15 strikeouts, as this one in foul territory. Amparo drifting over left side of the dugout, and that one gets caught. Amparo, just before the screen, reached up, brought that ball down, and so there's one away here in the first inning. J.D. Urso hitting in the 3 spot for head coach Joe Urso yet again this afternoon. Urso's 2 for 3, 2 runs, RBI, also a walk last night. As the first offering of the AB, going to come on in hand high for ball 1. Short lead off of first for Jordan Williams, who was on the run on that last ball put in play. 1-0 as he goes again. As Ricardio loses the match, slap tag at second, not in time. And so Williams going to get his 32nd stolen bag. Runs himself into scoring position as it's now a 2-0 count with still just 1 down. Long lead off a second. Williams wants to run again. Swing and a miss. As Hall went off speed down and away. Gets a swing. Urso's average is .333. He enters the day on an 8-game hitting streak. Hall from the first base side. Looks back is 2-1. Bulleted down and away. Ball 3. Lenny Ashby waits on deck behind J.D. Urso in this first inning for the Spartans. They're on an 8-game road trip. This is game 6. They've gone 5-1 so far as they were out in California last weekend for 4. Foul territory as he nudged it down the third baseline. Count goes full. 3 of 4 from Cal State Marcos. 2 of the 4 actually went to extra innings. Spartans have played in a lot of close games this season. 7 decided by 2 runs or fewer. Hall, long look back to second. Now his payoff pitch. Swung on and missed as he picks up his first strikeout. Dane Hall goes fastball to the upper outside corner. And J.D. Urso going to be sent down swinging for the first time this weekend. After the hit by pitch to start the game, now Hall 2 consecutive outs, sees Lenny Ashby, who moves up from the 5 spot to the 4 spot, as Spartans doing a little lineup juggling here for game 2 of the weekend series. Ashby 0 for 4 with a walk last night. Another long look towards second. First one, Ezequiel going to have to go to the bat stop as it gets away. So moving up on the wild pitch, Williams now just 90 feet away. Ashby stands at 5'7", 215 in the box. He's also hitting .333 as an on-base percentage, .489. Has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. As the 1-0. Hammered in the air out towards left field. Raich drifting in, lays out and makes the play. Raich with a diving catch in left field, and Tampa is going to strand 1 on base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on as we hit the bottom of the first here in game 1 of the doubleheader.
The Sailfish Booster Club is responsible for raising funds to support our athletic teams with travel, uniforms, and equipment. Even small gifts can go a long way in supporting our teams. It is only through the generous gifts of all of our supporters that all the costs of our athletic programs can be funded. If you are currently a member, thank you. If you are not, please visit pbasailfish.com/give today and become a member of the Sailfish Booster Club.
The Sailfish come to bat for the first time here in the bottom half of the inning after Dane Hall works out of a jam in the top half. Sailfish going to lead things off. Trey Miranda plays second. Ben Green going to be in the 2 spot in center. Matt Ferranda does the DH duties. Patty Rate's going to play left field. Chris Amparo draws back into the lineup after 2 games off, playing third. Cody Kelly's at first. Finley Holmes hits 7th and right. Jake McNamara is going to be at short. And in the 9 spot is Chiardo, the catcher, here for PBA. Jake Stipe from the stretch, first one. Out in the air towards center field. Looks like it's going to be a bit shallow as Vegas jogs in. Has that one. So first pitch swing in. Is in talking to some of the Sailfish players before this game today. Said they were going to be aggressive, knowing that Stipe's coming off a rough outing last week against Cal State Marcos. Went 5 innings. Surrendered 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 were earned as he struck out 4. At our time, keeping the ball in the park as he gave up 2 homers. Also had a triple, went deep to the warning track as that one catches the lower outside edge for strike 1. Stipes had 3 scoreless outings this year, 1 where he surrendered 1, and then he's had 2 outings where he's been lit up as he misses the zone with a breaking pitch, and the count goes 1-1. Got rung up in a non-conference game earlier this season against Lynn for 7 as well. This is 1-1. Just off the outside corner. It's 2-1. That was a home game for Tampa, as majority of their schedule has come at home so far. 12-1 at their home field. Is this one going to be now a 3-1 count? Have gone 6-2 on the road, as they lost one up in Georgia as well as that Cal State Marcos game 3. 3-1. Drops in there low for ball 4. And Ben Green going to get the free pass. So Green on base after an 0-for-4 night last night. Snapped an 11-game on-base streak. And here's Matt Ferrando joined the 150 hit club for PBA earlier this week. Ferrando 1-for-4 with an RBI and a strikeout last night. Immediately on the run goes Miranda. Gun throw down to second. Not going to be in time. Is Ben Green going to get himself a stolen base? So it's going to be an 0-1 count. As this one drops in low and tight. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. Green with about a quarter of the way to third lead. As this one pulled the opposite way into right field. Green's going to take the turnaround third. We might get a play at the plate. Slap tag there. Not in time. Veranda's going to pick up an RBI single as Green comes in from second on the shallow ball. Sailfish have a 1-0 lead. That Tad from Aragona was there in time, but Green looked like he got his right foot in there. Split second ahead. So the lead's 1-0. And now Patrick Wright's going to come to the plate after a 3-for-4 game yesterday. He was 0-for-2 to start the game Wednesday as the pickoff play, not going to be successful. Stipe, that was one thing against Cal State Marcos. Looked like it rattled him. They were on the run time and time again. Picked up 8 stolen bags in total in the game. 6 for when he was on the mound, as this one drops off the lower outer edge, and it's a 1-0 count. Stipe, it seems like a little too concerned about the base runners at times. One area where he struggled, looking to clean up. Still got a 4-0 record with a 4.18 ERA, though, is his 1-0. Wedged on off, and it goes 1-1. Rates 3-for-4 with a run last night as a replay at the plate, and that play definitely looks a lot closer than it seemed to be initially. Looked like it was just a matter of a couple of centimeters getting that foot in there. Is this 1-1? Bunt put up the third base side off the mound. Stipe, the throw to first, not in time. Rage turns the Jets on. Going to have an infield single And the Sailfish continue to stay in business as it's now first and second with just one out. Chris Amparo going to see his first at bat in a week's time. Again, he was off Wednesday as well as yesterday, after registering hits in back-to-back games in the doubleheader last week, including a home run in Game 2. As the first one takes right down Main Street for strike one. Amparo playing third base this afternoon is the 0-1. Good back pick by Aragona behind the plate. Makes it a 1-1 count. Amparo's average just 200, but he does account for 3 home runs, on the season so far. As a swung on and miss. Went hunting that slider down and outside. Also has 13 RBIs. Sits in a tie with Matt Ferrand and the team lead in that department. Long lead off a second for Ferranda is the 1-2. Amparo puts it towards third off a car center. That one goes. He's going to recover, but the bases will be loaded. Got to that ball quick to make sure Ferranda couldn't take the turn home, but the damage is done. So it will be an error on Carsetter over at the hot corner. Ferranda's at third, Rates at second, Amparo up first. Cody Kelly lays the bunt down right in front of the plate. Stipe charges in on it, won't make a play. And that's a picture-perfect bunt for Cody Kelly to snag the RBI, double the lead to 2-0. Ferranda comes in to score. Rates advances to third, Amparo to second. And the Aura of Tampa proving no match for the Sailfish to start the game this afternoon. Finley Holmes will be next up, but we do get a first inning mound trip. Miranda started the game, first pitch fly out deep to center field. Villegas had to take a couple of stutter steps in as he's playing super deep out there. As we'll get a replay on Cody Kelly's bunt. Immediately pulled it out and just put it right down that third base side, a few feet shy of the mound. Carsetter came in trying to help Stipe out, but was no match. So a couple of key RBIs for Miranda and Cody Kelly in this first inning. And Stipe and Aragona trying to get themselves on the same page before Finley Holmes, who showed that he can be dangerous when he's having himself a day. He actually two Saturdays ago at St. Leo had 5 hits over the course of the doubleheader, had 2 lawn balls and a triple. Had 6 RBIs that day as well. Since then, has struggled a bit, including an 0-for-3 day yesterday with a walk and an RBI. Bases still loaded with 1 out. Again, showed bunt as that one came up and away. Carsetter and Russo both ready to drift in from third and first, respectively. 3 hits already in the inning. Sailfish already down to the 7th spot in the lineup is the 1-0. Holmes not going to offer, and that's strike 1. McNamara and Izquierdo, alone PBA members of the starting 9 today, not to come to the plate yet. 1-1 from Stipe with a big leg kick as Holmes won't connect with that blazing fastball. Stipe does top out in the low 90s. Is the 1-2. And he got it. Was able to nudge it. Aragona looked like he was trying to sell that one as a foul tip into the glove. Stipe with another 1-2. Up and away. Count draws back even. Holmes' average is .217. 10 for 46 overall as he's going to be down on strikes. when pulling for that fastball down and outside. So he's sent back to the dugout. His Stipes' first strikeout. And now it's a big spot for Jake McNamara, who's down here in the 8th spot in the lineup this afternoon. Early on in the year, he was more towards the top, floated around 2, 3, 4, had a couple of games in the 5 spot, but now down here at the bottom of the lineup, good turnaround guy. As he jackknifes one off to the backstop, and the count goes 0-1. McNamara's average is 254. Is his 0-1. Put towards second, Saladino. Barehands it in time as Urso slaps his foot on the bat. That's a 4-6. So they retire Cody Kelly. McNamara going to be on the fielder's choice, though. And the Sailfish going to strand 3, but they get 2 runs on 3 hits. And we hit the 2nd inning as PBA has a 2-0 lead.
The Sailfish Booster Club is responsible for raising funds to support our athletic teams with travel, uniforms, and equipment. Even small gifts can go a long way in supporting our teams. It is only through the generous gifts of all of our supporters that all the costs of our athletic programs can be funded. If you are currently a member, thank you. If you are not, please visit pbasailfish.com/give today and become a member of the Sailfish Booster Club.
Palm Beach Atlantic has a 2-0 lead as we hit the 2nd inning on the Sailfish Sports Network from West Palm Beach. Going to be 5-6-7 the bat for the 18-3 number 1 Tampa Spartans against Dane Hall this inning. Braden Woodburn, the designated hitter, will start the frame. As Izquierdo with that throw to second, bounced it in the dirt. Hopefully not a sign of things to come after the Sailfish putting together a remarkable bottom of the 1st inning. Had RBI hits from Matt Ferranda, Cody Kelly. Ferranda's the opposite way to right, and Cody Kelly a picture-perfect bunt if you missed it, and are just stopping by to join us. Woodburn 3 for 4 with a run and an RBI last night. As Dane Hall's first pitch of the inning, bounced it off the plate for ball 1. Woodburn dropping down a spot from yesterday. He's been in the cleanup spot for the last 3 games for Coach Urso. 1-0 from Hall. Shot straight back, and it goes even 1-1. Coach Urso in his 25th season leading the Spartans got over the 1K threshold as a coach last year. 1,007 wins entering the season, and that number only continuing to grow with his 18 to begin the season. 1-1. Good back pit by Izquierdo. It's 2-1. Coach Urso is actually a 49th round pick by the Angels back in 1992. Went on to play 9 seasons of pro ball. Is the 2-1. Right towards second over the head of Miranda into the right center gap. Big turnaround first, but Woodburn's going to stop there as he's got a single to start the inning.
The third baseman, number 5, Kevin Carstetter.
Miranda definitely had a good look at that one, just a couple inches shy of his leap. And so Kevin Carstetter now going to come to the plate. Carstetter 0 for 4 with a walk that he worked against Nick Ferretic in the 6th inning yesterday. Shows bunt, puts it in foul territory. Carstetter, one of 4 righties in the lineup. Pretty good mitts in this Tampa group. 4 righties, 4 lefties, 1 switch. Hall rocking around from the first base side. Short lead for Woodburn is the 0-1. Huge swing and a miss. It's going to drop nothing in 2. Spartans are now 4-0 to start conference play, and going to have another non-conference game up in Georgia on Tuesday as the Nets go to Albany State before they host Embry-Riddle next weekend. 0-2. Off of Izquiardio's pads, gets to the bat stop, and advancing a second going to be Woodburn. It's the second wild pitch already of the day for Dane Hall. Counts now 1-2 on Carstetter. Carstetter's average is .319, senior in his second season at Tampa. Now runner in scoring position with no outs. Swung on and miss. Carstetter goes pulling for another Dane Hall fastball. Hall's got 2 Ks, and there's one down here in the second. Cole Russo will be next up for the guys in red and black. Russo 0 for 1 off the bench last night. Came in as a defensive sub for Woodburn in the 7th inning. First one to him. Just barely misses. Good frame job behind the dish by Izquierdo as it's 1-0. Russo, a lefty, is hitting .290. Hall with another long look to second. All the space in the world, though, as that one breaks in for a called strike. Amparo's at third. McNamara's at short. Miranda at second. Kelly at first for the Sailfish infield. Right to left in the outfield, it's Holmes, Green, and Rates this afternoon. Hall back looking again towards second. All the time and space in the world for Woodburn is the 1-1. Well, jackknife off behind the dish again. It's 1-2. Joander Iragona going to be up behind Cole Russo in the second inning. Miranda playing about equidistant between first and second. Kelly back a bit on the diagonal from the first base bag right now on this little infield shift. 1-2. Put on a bounce into the glove of McNamara, ranging left through to Kelly in time. Heck of a play by McNamara to lunge left, get that one cross diamond, but it does the job of playing small ball and advancing Woodburn to third. The Spartans now with a runner just 90 feet away for the second consecutive inning. And now it's Joander Iragona with 2 down in the inning. First one from Hall, fanned on and missed. He again goes to his fastball. He's coming off an outing against Florida Tech last Saturday. There's a heck of a play there, left side of the bat for McNamara. Only lasted 3 innings in that game against Florida Tech. 4 hits, 3 runs, all were charges earned with a walk and a strikeout, and he hit 3. 0-1, another big solid leg kick. Is this one going to skip away from Izquierdo behind the plate? And the Spartans are going to be back within a run as Woodburn scoots in to score. So it'll be another wild pitch for Dane Hall. And now the count's 1-1. Nico Saladino taking some massive practice hats in the on-deck circle here for Tampa. 1-1, high and away, ball 2. Iragoni's made 16 starts behind the dish for this team so far, as a .302 average to show for it. 2-1, bounced off the chest protector, ball 3. Hall looking for some kind of answer to the, I guess you could say, statistically tough start to the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Is this one pulled first base side foul ground? So Iragonia going to stay alive as this will be pitch 6 of the at-bat coming up. The junior catcher started his collegiate career at SSCF for 2 seasons. This is his first year wearing the pads and mash behind the plate for Tampa. 2-2 from the stretch for Hall. Elevator shot on the infield. Hall trying to wave everybody off. Izquierdo's there as well, coming from first. Kelly drops that one. Scooting around first, getting all the way to second, Iragonia. And so the inning going to stay alive on a big defensive miscue.
Second baseman, number 10,
Nico Saladino now going to come up with a runner in scoring position. Saladino went 1 for 3 with a run and a walk last night. Saladino, probably one of the better turnaround guys that you could have in this Tampa lineup. Does all the little things right was the scouting report on Saladino as he shoots this one up on out of the Jake for strike 1. His average is only 220, but he's a good defensive player as well. His defense is the thing that really keeps him going in the lineup. 18 games, all have been starts so far. Again, a long look to second, 0-1. Breaks in there, tight to the knees. Draws even to a ball and a strike. He does have a lawn ball, which came on the road up in Georgia back in the middle of February. Has 7 RBIs, 10 runs scored as well, just 1 stolen bag. Long look to second, 1-1. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 2. As Hall's fastball continuing to catch the Spartans off guard here to start the day. Iragonia about a quarter of the way now towards third. Nobody holding him on base. 1-2 from Hall. Just off the upper outside edge for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. As Hall waits, deals. Put out in the left field, chugging back. Patty Rates now comes in on it as it drops in front. Cruising around second, Iragonia going to cruise in to score. And that'll be an RBI single for Nico Saladino. So the defensive mistake that keeps the inning alive ends up proving costly as we've now got a tie 2-2 game. Jordan Williams going to settle himself into the box as we go back to the top of the lineup here for Tampa. Williams got hit by a pitch to start the game on an 0-1. Made it all the way to third, courtesy of a stolen base and a wild pitch. Hall going to try that pickoff throw, but it was weak. Spartan just 2 hits to start the day, but continuing to find a way to get on base against Dane Hall. Hall's first one swung on and missed. As his fastball drifted in tight to the belt. Williams actually now at his 3rd college in his final season of eligibility. 0-1. Good framework. Izquierdo gets the strike call. 0-2. Last year, Florida State played in 35 games, hit .435 in limited action, but he did steal 15 bases. Only 23 total at-bats a season ago as the 0-2. Off the glove, Izquierdo has to go to the bat stop as there's another wild pitch. So Williams runs himself into scoring position with 2 down. Counts a ball and 2 strikes. McNamara kind of drifting in a little bit to cover. This one pulled the opposite way, foul out of here. Williams has an SSC Player of the Week honored his credit on the season as well. Won it back 3rd week of the season in February. Had a week in which he had 3 multi-hit games, including a 4-hit game. Is this one shot out in the left field again, out of the ballpark, foul. It's some good distance to it, but Williams now 5 pitches deep, still in a 1-2 count. Behind Williams, it will be Villegas if he can find a way to keep the inning going. Squad's trading 2 spots after the Sailfish punted a pair in the bottom of the 1st inning. Now the Spartans are already 2 runs home in this half inning. Another long lead off second. Nico Saladino sprayed up right field side. Foul ground. Cody Kelly looking up. Does he have enough room? Makes the catch. Cody Kelly able to find enough space in foul ground. And the Spartans going to strand another runner on base, but not before they get a pair. Going to be 2 hits and an error for the Sailfish as well. As to the bottom of the 2nd we go in a 2-2 game. (9-1-2) to bat for Palm Beach Atlantic as we bring you back here to JM Jake Rubin Park on the Sailfish Sports Network. Sailfish trying to strike back, get a couple more runs on the board after allowing Tampa to tie the ball game up in the top half of this 2nd inning. Aaron Izquierdo going to settle himself into the box to start the inning against Jake Stipe. Shoots from down and outside for ball 1 to start the inning. Izquierdo is hitting just .056 on the season so far, has just 1 hit, which came 4 weeks ago today against Felician as he swings on the 2nd one. Can't connect. It'll be 1-1. It was a RBI double against Felician in that big win for Palm Beach Atlantic. As the 1-1 from Stipe. Put towards 2nd on the ground. Saladino going to field clean right to Russo. Routine 4-3. Izquierdo sent down to start the inning, and now we turn things back over to the top of the lineup as Trey Miranda going to come up for his 2nd AB. Miranda flew out to center field on the first pitch issued by Stipe. Infielders drifting in a bit as that one down and outside for ball 1. Miranda entering the day on a 5-game hitting streak as he puts one to third. Carstetter going to jump on up, fires it across the diamond in time. Heck of a defensive recovery by Carstetter as he fell to the ground, still managed to get it over there in time to beat out the speedy Miranda. You know Miranda's got quite a bit of speed. That's 3 stolen bags for the Sailfish team that they run quite a bit. Not as much as they'd probably like to, but now Ben Green with 2 down quickly in the inning. First one breaks right down Main Street for strike 1. Green walked in the first inning on 5 pitches, stole a bag as well. He's now up to 6 on the season as he takes one down and outside. Count goes back even to a ball and a strike. Behind Ben Green will be Matt Ferranda if the Sailfish can find a way to keep the inning going. 1-1 offering, tight to the knees for ball 2. Irigonia, good to keep that one in front of him. He's behind the plate. Russo's at first, Saladino at second, Urso at short, Karstetter at third here for the Tampa infield. Is the 2-1 from Stipe, put towards third in fair territory. Green might have extra bases on this one. Cruises around first, going to get into second, standing up. Like Karstetter thought that one was going to drift foul when it got to the bag. He was positioned over a little bit more towards second, and Green able to locate that hole, gets himself in scoring position, and Ferranda will get a chance to hit in this inning. Ferranda with an RBI single on a 1-1, pulling it the opposite way in the first inning. Stipe with a long look-see to second. Puts one off the lower outside edge for ball 1. Ferranda continuing to lead the team in average. Has a tie for RBIs as well with Chris Amparo. Is the 1-0 down and outside again. Trying to see if he could get Ferranda on a pitch out. It's 2-0. Ferranda getting the opportunity to rest his legs here a bit in game 1 of the doubleheader. Still in the lineup for his bat, but not playing his usual first. Ted not going to be in time at second. Green always a threat to run on the base paths. Again, he's now up to 6 stolen bases after his 1 in the first. Sits second on the team behind Jake McNamara's got 9. One shot up out of here. Goes to 2 balls and a strike. Big crowd here on a Saturday afternoon for this doubleheader. Sailfish student section pretty loud as well, despite spring break still going on here for another day. Is the count going to go to 2-2? So Stipe 1 good pitch away from getting out of this inning. Went 5 innings against Cal State Marcos last week, 5 innings plus actually. Is Green, big lead. That one broke down and outside, ball 3. And the count's run full on Ferranda. Urso trying to get some help at that second base bag as Ferranda on a diagonal, put it back to the screen. His Sailfish team has been outscored 47-19 on this 5-game losing streak. Bat's got to help out the pitching or struggle a little bit. That number definitely got inflated, though, with a 21-run Game 2 by Florida Tech last Saturday. And prior to this Tampa series, Sailfish got one more test against Bentley, which they fell on Wednesday 7-3. Is the payoff offering. Ferranda tips it back. Able to stay alive. So Ferranda's now seen 7 as he continues to work Stipe for all he's worth here in the second inning. Stipe is season best is 92 pitches. Is another payoff. And Ferranda once again out of the ballpark beyond the Tampa bullpen area. So the longest at-bat of the ball game so far continues. Patty Raines is waiting on deck here for Coach Bottenfield in this bottom half of the second. is Stipes 3-2. Called strike three as he rings up Ferranda looking. Went fastball on the lower outside edge, and the Sailfish going to strand one on base on one hit, no errors, and do not score here in the second. We go to the third here on the Sailfish Sports Network in a 2-2 game. Dane Hall out there on the mound starting his third inning of work. It'll be 2-3-4 to bat for the number one Tampa Spartans, who come off a national championship last year. Up there in South Carolina, they bested Indianapolis, Southern New Hampshire U, Kanawaba, and Angelo State to take the nod in the early part of June. Played a lot of baseball a season ago. Finished with the second most wins in program history, returned a few key pieces, but a lot of new faces in to fill out this lineup that have shined in plenty of ways to start the year. Is Viega going to settle into the box? Viegas, the center fielder, popped out third base his first time up in the opening inning. Hall's first one to him this time, misses for ball one. It was a 3-1 count he worked his first time up. Viegas, one of those guys who's in here for his first season wearing the red and black. 1-0 off the upper outside edge for ball two. Viegas does have Major League Baseball in his blood. His uncle, Jose Rosado, played 10 years for the Kansas City Royals, was a two-time All-Star. Is that strike one? A lot of members of the Spartans group with dads, uncles, cousins, brothers who played in Major League or Minor League Baseball. As that one plunks him on the right knee. It's the second hit by pitch of the day for Dane Hall. And the Spartans going to get their leadoff man on for the third consecutive inning. J.D. Urso nets to bat for Tampa here in this third. So now one on, nobody out, still a tie 2-2 game. Urso struck out swinging the first inning worth the 6 pitch at bat. Hall's first one to him, misses down and away, ball one. Hall from the first base side again, misses high and outside, ball two. Definitely struggling a little bit with his command here this last inning plus especially. Takes a little litsy over his shoulder to first. 2-0. Put on off foul. 2-1. Urso has two brothers playing in minor league baseball currently. One in the Royals organization, one in the Angels organization. As the 2-1 to him, misses high, ball three. So again, it's Viegas hit first after the hit by pitch to start the inning. Now a 3-1 count on J.D. Urso. Hall waits, deals, called strike. Threw that bat away as Urso is ready to take the walk. with a payoff offering. Plunged him on the left elbow. It's 2 hit by pitches to start the inning. Not exactly the start you wanted if you're the Sailfish. Gotta wonder what the leash is going to be on Dane Hall this afternoon if his outing continues this way. Lenny Ashby now with 2 on base, and Coach Bottenfield is going to make his first trip to the mound. Hall went a season-high 112 pitches 2 Saturdays ago and 2 starts ago against St. Leo. Sits in 2/3 innings, gave up just 6 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. He's had a couple of great starts. Had one against Felician back in the middle part of February where he struck out 9 in 5 innings. Held him to no hits and no runs. Trying to hone that again. And this Spartans team is definitely a group that'll give you your money's worth, make you work for every single pitch. So Coach Bottenfield going to make his way back to the dugout. So it is the 5 spot in the lineup for Tampa once again. Lenny Ashby stands at 5'7", 215 in the box. Played 3 seasons at U of Kansas before transferring down to Tampa. Hall long glance to second. First one going to skip away from Izquierdo behind the plate, and both base runners going to move up 90 feet. So Tampa now runners at second and third, still nobody away. And Ashby ahead in the count 1-0. He flew out to left field first inning. Last season at Kansas, played in 53 games, making 50 starts, hit 245. And he hits a high fly ball out in the shallow center field. Coming in on this one, Ben Green has it. Gets the ball in quick. Made sure both base runners going to stay put, so that's a big out. Villegas has some speed. They thought about sending him, but probably would have been gunned down at home. Izquierdo was ready at the plate. Braden Woodburn still 2 in scoring position, but now with 1 out. Both corner infielders going to drift in. Woodburn is a guy who's shown some good bunt skills so far this season. This account's going to go 1-0. Woodburn in his first season at Tampa after playing State College of Florida for his first 2 years of eligibility. 1-0 from Hall. Put out right field side once again. Pulls off foul territory. Freshman season at the State College of Florida. He was first team All-Florida League. Hit .412 that year. Last year, saw his average dip a little bit. Went down to .303. Amparo going to drift over a little bit in the shift. Cody Kelly ready to race in as well from first base, positioned inwards. Izquierdo slides over, keeps that one in front, 2-1. Woodburn with his 18th start of the season here today. Is a 2-1. Put in foul ground, third base side. Goes back even again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woodburn having a 9-game on base streak dating back to a series second to last week of February against Lynn. Held 0 for 5 that day, had 2 strikeouts. 2-2. Put up straight in the center field. Green charges in on it. 1 run's going to score. Right behind him, J.D. Urso. And the Spartans now going to have a 4-2 lead. Woodburn going to pick up 2 RBIs on the shallow single to center field. And the inning keeps on going here for Dane Hall. Carstetter struck out swinging back in the second inning to start the frame. Then things quickly got together for Tampa as this one put out right field side. Kelly over there, Miranda as well. Is this one not going to be caught? So Carstetter drops down in the count 0-1. Saw Kelly have a play right in that same little area last inning. Amparo had one in the first inning. As the 0-1 from Hall breaks in high, and that's ball 1. Woodburn, short little lead off of first. Is this one hammered high in the air out towards the left center gap? Green, couple of stutter steps, over makes the catch. 2 flyouts to center field in this third inning. And now Cole Russo still with a runner at first. Russo grounded out 6-3 in the second inning. Hall trying to ignore the runner at first. Shot one into the knees, ball 1. Short lead off of first for Woodburn as it's 1-0. Off the end of the bat, goes to a ball and a strike. Woodburn 6'0", 180 is a junior from Winter Springs, Florida. Hall's 1-1. Past Miranda's glove into center field. Green going to play it. Bumbles it a bit and trying to recover. All the way to third goes Woodburn. And so it's going to be runners at the corners.
The catcher, number 18, Joander Irigoyen.
Woodburn probably would have stopped there at second, but instead makes the turn, gets to third. So Russo keeps the inning going. Now Irigoyen going to hit with 2 on base and 2 outs. Hall's first one again brushes him back. It's ball 1. Irigoyen started his collegiate career at SSCF before transferring to Tampa. Hall comes back with a fastball for a strike. Irigoyen at Seminole State last year, 357 average, 7 homers, 55 ribbies with 28 stolen bags as he puts this one foul ground first baseline. Ball and 2 strikes now. Had a home run in each of the season's final 4 games last year. Has just 1 so far on the year for Tampa. Hall waits with his 1-2, trying to end the inning. Right to Amparo on a hop, charges over, fires it low, but in time. Amparo with a lunging play, jogs on over, gets it to Kelly, and so 5-3 ends the inning, but not before Tampa gets 2 more runs on 2 more hits, and the Sailfish with 1 error in the field as we hit the bottom of the 3rd. Palm Beach trailing 4-2. Four, 5, 6 to bat for Palm Beach Atlantic here in the bottom of the 3rd. Patty Rate's going to start things off against Jake Stipe, who's looked pretty sharp to start the day, despite 4 hits by the Sailfish offense so far, 3 of which came in the opening inning. First one to Rates, poked on the ground, right to Saladino, fields cleanly to Russo for another routine 4-3. Sailfish are being aggressive at the dish, swinging on early pitches that they think they can connect with. Just haven't quite paid off in the way they wanted on balls like that. A lot of good range for Saladino. You can certainly see how much trust they have in him with the shift they have set up on the infield right now, with Urso played way over more towards 3rd. Basically the entire right side of the infield, Saladino's to lose. Is that one? Good break for strike 1. Amparo reached on a 1-2 E5 in the opening inning. And now high hammered ball out towards left. Williams racing over in the corner. Will this one stay fair? It won't. So Amparo certainly pounded that one before it gets caught in foul territory. So there's now 2 away. It's Cody Kelly's time. Kelly takes strike 1. Kelly had an RBI single in the opening inning. Is this one on the ground again? Charging for it. Russo takes it to the bag unassisted. And that's a 4-pitch inning here for Jake Stipe. And so we hit the 4th. Tampa still with a 4-2 lead. 9-1-2 to bat for the Tampa Spartans here in the top half of inning 4. Already a 4-2 lead for the visitors this afternoon here in game 1 of the Twin Bill. Saladino, an RBI single his first time up back in the second, faces Dane Hall for the second time today. Hall's first pitch, bunted, third base line. Hall scrambles off the mound, guns it through to first, but it won't be in time. Sails to foul territory. Is Saladino going to charge to second? Takes the turn. He's trying to get to third, and he slides in there safe. As the Spartans immediately going to be in business to start the inning.
The left fielder, number 19, Jordan Williams.
So Saladino going to have single and advances to second and third on a two-base E1. So back to the top of the lineup we go for Jordan Williams, who's been on base once. Hit by a pitch in the first, popped out his last time up. Hall misses with the off-speed. Count goes 1-0. Williams stolen bag, advanced to third on a wild pitch as well. Is the 1-0. Off the chest protector. Ischiardio keeps it in front. It's 2-0. Both corner infielders ready to drift in here for Palm Beach Atlantic. That one sails high and outside for ball 3. Williams, a big benefactor of summer ball in his early part of his collegiate career. Played 2 seasons in the MLB Developmental League. It's 3-0. In tight to the knees. That's a 4-pitch walk.
The center fielder, number 27, Ed Garner.
And the Sailfish have some action out in their bullpen right now. Ischiardo going to come out and have a conversation with Dane Hall. It will be Edgardo Villegas to come to bat here for Tampa with runners at the corners and nobody out. It's like Ischiardo just wanted to make sure he was on the same page as Hall, especially after that at bat. It looked like they were definitely out of sync. Villegas has been on base once, courtesy of a hit by pitch. Also has popped out to third. First one from Hall, hammered in the air out towards right field, chugging back in the corner. Finley Holmes. Green makes the play, though, in the gap. And charging in from third, Saladino going to score standing up, as that'll be a deep sack fly. And the lead's 5-2. So it'll be a runner at first with 1 out. Now a 3-run lead. And J.D. Urso, 3-year starter at U of Miami, settles into the box. Hall with a weak pickoff attempt to first. Pitch out, and slap tag down there at second, skips away. McNamara was right there and ready. Playing a good backup for Miranda, but it will be a stolen bat for Williams, who's got 2 in the game. Was on the run immediately as soon as that ball left Dane Hall's hand. Short lead off a second. Hall waits with his 1-0. Breaks in there for a nice called strike. Goes to 1-1. Urso, another player, who's played a lot of summer ball during his time in college. Spent 2 seasons up in the Cape Cod Baseball League, Massachusetts. He's part of a championship-winning team with the Orleans Firebirds. Is the 1-1. Another nice break for strike 2. 2-1 lead off a second. This one's hammered on back. Now Urso 4 pitches deep. Spartans, after a scoreless first inning, putting runs to the board in each of the last 3 frames. Gotta think this might be the last inning for Dane Hall if he's able to work out of this jam. On the run, Williams. Izquierdo, the throw down to third won't be in time. As Williams able to run himself around the base pass. 2 stolen bases, 3 total on the day. Urso kicking that left foot up in the dirt. Is this 2-2? Off the glove, rolls away. But it hit Urso on the way, so it will be runners at the corners.
The right fielder, number 73, Lenny Ashby.
So Hall steps off the mound.
He's got 5 hit by pitch. Is that right?
Having a quick conversation with his infielders. This will kind of drift over, set up for double play depth, but Spartans been hitting plenty more in the air than they have on the ground. First one to Ashby, put in the air, but out of the ballpark for strike 1. Ashby does have 2 flyouts, one to left in the first inning, one to center in the third. Second base, the only bag open with 1 down. Another high and away pitch, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Hall's 1-1. Comes off the glove. Izquierdo kept it in front, 2-1. Ashby from Orangestead, Aruba. Came quite a ways. Is this 2-1? Poked out in the air, right field corner. Losing the hat. Holmes trying to make a play on this one. And he catches it in foul territory. Slap tag at the plate. Won't get there. As Jordan Williams going to tag on up to score as Ashby with a deep sacrifice RBI makes it a 6-2 game.
The designated hitter, number 2, Braden Woodburn.
So Williams' stolen bags pay off key. Stealing second and third both after his walk. Manages to score on the deep ball. Urso tagged up as well. So Woodburn with a runner in scoring position and a 4-run lead. Goes over his head. Izquierdo runs to get to it, but damage is done. Urso's now at third on yet another wild pitch from Dane Hall. Some days you have it and some days you don't, and today definitely hasn't been Dane Hall's day against this number 1 Tampa group. 1-0, called strike. That one's framed nice on the upper outside corner of the zone. Woodburn 6-0, 180 righty as Hall got him to connect with that one. Get just 1 strike away from ending the inning. Woodburn, a part of the national championship team last year, 303 average. Finished with 59 hits and 249 plate trips, 195 ABs. Had 22 extra base hits, including 6 homers. Is this 1-2? Again, shot bat behind the plate. In the conference, he finished second in runs scored, 5th in runs batted in, 8th in doubles, 2nd in fewest strikeouts. So definitely Woodburn, one of the players to watch last year, and has continued to hold up that mantra this season. 1-2 from Hall. Straight on back yet again. So Woodburn now 5 pitches deep. Does have a pair of RBIs on the day. Just came back in the third. Been on base twice, courtesy of 2 singles. 1-2, down and outside, ball 2. Woodburn had 2 multi-hit games against Palm Beach Atlantic last year over in Tampa. Is this 2-2? Gonna get away. And it hit Woodburn too. So Woodburn gonna get another free pass to first. It's like it just grazed him. Came out of Hall's hand awkwardly. So it's first and third with 2 outs. And the inning keeps going. Kevin Karstetter now to bat. Karstetter's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second. Flew out to center field in the third. First one to him. Down and away. It's just Cardo had to scramble for it, and it's ball 1. Hall's 1-0. Hammered in the air out towards right center field. Holmes drifting over there. Looks up. Makes the catch. And the inning finally comes to a close. Tampa going to get another 2 runs. Courtesy of a 1 hit, 1 error. And they're going to leave 2 on base as we hit the bottom of the 4th here on the Sailfish Sports Network. Still 6-2. Tampa, your score. Bottom of the 4th, and Finley Holmes going to lead things off here for Palm Beach Atlantic. It'll be 7-8-9 the bat against Jake Stipe. Surrendered just 4 hits through his first 3 innings, 2 runs, which both were earned back in the opening frame. Shoots one in there, low and away for ball 1. Get things going. Holmes struck out swinging back in the opening inning. Local from Boynton Beach takes one low for ball 2. Holmes definitely taking a bit of a different approach to his batting stance here this weekend. Chotes up a little bit higher. Puts one to the left of the third base bag. It goes 2 balls and a strike. Two-one offering. Shot high in the air, left center side. Williams, Villegas, both there, and it's Williams who's able to yank it down. In F7 to retire Finley Holmes. And now it's going to be Jake McNamara to bat. McNamara left on, courtesy of fielder's choice, back in the 2nd inning. From Grand Rapids, Michigan. Flares that bat around, takes ball 1. Stipes 1-0. Gonna break in just inside for a strike. Make it 1-1. Foul tip, third base line, ball and 2 strikes. Stipe working quickly here to start this 4th inning. Been in the dugout for quite some time, with the Spartans popping up 2 spots in each of their last 3 trips to the plate. 1-2 swung on and missed. So McNamara going to be sent down swinging. It's just the second swinging strikeout of the day, 3rd overall against Jake Stipe. Stipe only had 5 strikeouts against Cal State Marcos in his last outing. This is his 2nd year pitching for Tampa. Went 7-1 for last year's national championship team with a .314 earned run average. Actually pitched in 2 of the games in the championship series out of the bullpen. Is this 1-0? Called strike, even it up, 1-1. Sciardo grounded out 4-3 back in the 2nd inning in his first trip to the dish. As he rounds out the Sailfish lineup, big swing and a miss. Now Jake Stipe, 1 good pitch away from his 2nd consecutive 1-2-3 inning. Stipe kicks and deals. Shallow center field. This one going to drop in, and Izquierdo has his 2nd hit of the year.
The second baseman, number 11, Trey Miranda.
Villegas was playing back, and Izquierdo just able to pop it between 2nd and short and find that gap. So now it's Trey Miranda's turn. Stipe seeing the Sailfish order now for the 3rd time. Miranda's 0 for 2. Takes one low and away outside for ball 1. Miranda flew out to center field in the 1st, grounded out 5-3 in the 2nd. Now Alon Lutzi to first, the 1-0. In there for a strike. It's 1-1. Quick Lutzi to first. Miranda going to hold up. Takes a strike call anyway. Stipe check look to first. Waits and fires. Towards short, played on a 1-hop. Ursto right to Saladino as they force down Izquierdo. 6-4. So Miranda going to be left on courtesy of the fielder's choice. Into the 5th inning we go. Tampa has a 6-2 lead. Back here to jam, Jake Rubin Park, top of the 5th inning. New pitcher out of the bullpen for Palm Beach Atlantic is Daniel Foster, and he misses up and away with ball 1, Nicole Russo. Dane Hall goes 4 innings, 6 runs, 4 were earned as the 1-0. Hammered out in the air towards center field. Ben Green chugging on back at the track, looks up and makes the catch. That ball carried quite a ways for Cole Russo, but Ben Green able to run it down. Hall also gives up 5 hits, strikes out just 2, walking 1, and finishes with 5 hit by pitches, 6 wild pitches. Daniel Foster, he's made 4 starts this year, has 2 appearances out of the pen, so this is his 3rd out of the pen, 7th appearance overall. Misses high and outside with ball 1. His earned run average is .484 through his 22 1/3 innings. 19 hits, giving up 12 runs, all were earned. As this one put the opposite way into right field, Holmes with an easy can of corn as there's 2 away. So the pitching change certainly comes at a good time as Foster shooting him down 1-2 quick. Now it's Saladino before Tampa goes back to the top of the lineup. Foster went an inning against Bentley the other day as this one takes strike 1. 2 hits, 1 run was earned as he struck out 2 after going 5 1/3 against Florida Tech last Saturday. Pulled the opposite way, foul ground. Quickly 0-2. It's a 6'5", 210 lefty here for Palm Beach Atlantic, trying to mow him down. 0-2 pitch. Tipped on back behind the plate. Drop 3rd strike. Iscardo going to pick it up. Fires to first, and there's the 1-2-3. Foster fired up as he leaves the field, and we're halfway through this one here in West Palm Beach. The Spartans with a 6-2 lead.
I don't just want to know. I want to see, feel, experience for myself.
I know I have what it takes to make an impact. Resilience, drive.
I chose a school that shows what a beautiful life, a beautiful faith, a beautiful community looks like. Because we were chosen for this.
Bottom of the 5th inning here for Palm Beach Atlantic. It's 2-3-4 as Ben Green going to watch one sail low and away outside for ball 1. Jade Stipe backed out for his 5th inning of work. Looked rather sharp through his first couple of frames command-wise as this one shot straight up the middle, ranging right. Saladino not going to get a throw off. Covered plenty of ground to get there, but a sharply hit ball, Green able to reach, start the inning. Check out the replay of this one. Smoothly up the middle. And Saladino just trying to throw in a backhand, no easy task. So it's an infield single. And now Matt Ferranda with 1 on base. Again, Stipe in his 5th inning. Season high, he's gone 7 innings. Done it twice. First one to Ferranda. Put on first base side. Fair territory tag gets slapped on. They're going to call foul. So it grazed the line. Was picked up by Russo. Green looks like he's ready to run over there at first. Sailfish definitely going to have to do the right things on the base paths here, trailing by 4. Spartans looking like they're not going to ease up at all. 0-1, down and away, ball 1. Daniel Foster coming out of the bullpen last half inning with an electric 1-2-3, sending him down in order. Sailfish trying to keep up that energy. Is this 1-1? Hammering out left field foul territory. Williams getting over there in the corner. Runs out of room. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ferranda looking towards his first base coach. Green ready to jump. Is that one? Going to be just low. Ball 2. Looked like Irigonia was ready for called strike 3 there. Ferranda looked like held up a little bit as well, making sure. Steps off, fires to first. Not able to get Ben Green. Ferranda last year finished with the 4th highest average in the conference at 368. It's its 2nd in the conference at the moment this season. 2-2 pitch. Over the head of Russo into right field. Chugging around second, Green. Going to get into third, standing up. As no throw's going to come, and it'll be runners at the corners with nobody out. So Ferranda once again with a nice hard hit ball that pays off. And now Rates in a big RBI spot. Going to come up to the plate. Rates with a single on a 1-1 back in the opening inning. Grounded out 4-3 in the 3rd. Chetlik over to first. Rates with a big swing and a miss. Going to drop down 0-1. Right, 6'3", from Daleville, Virginia. Chetlik to first, 0-1. Drops off the lower outside corner. Goes a ball and a strike. Seven hits now on the day for the Sailfish against Stipe. 2 coming in this inning. 1-1 down and outside, ball 2. Rates last season finished with 6 multi-hit games. Already has 4 this year for the Sailfish, including 2 3-hit games over the last 4. Dropped off the glove, gets away behind the plate. Ferranda able to advance to second on the wild pitch. Green stays put at third. Probably would have been a sitting duck at the plate, so a good call. But 2 in scoring position. Now Saladino drifting way over from second. Pinch more towards first. Rates trying to fill up the full field. Goes opposite side with that one. Put it off foul. So the count's juiced with nobody away. Rates with that big driving leg kick in the box. It's a force when he connects with one. Watches the payoff sail low. And the bases are going to be jacked with nobody out.
The third baseman, number 1, Chris
So Stipe working himself into trouble. Looks like we will get a mound trip with nobody out. Stipe sent him down 1-2-3 in the third inning. Sent down his first two in the fourth before that single to his Chiardo for ending the inning as he got a ground ball from Trey Miranda, and they forced out his Chiardo at second, 6-4. So Stipe really hasn't seen too much trouble since that first inning. Gave up a double to Ben Green, kept him there in the second, and the Sailfish group has really kind of been looking for an inning like this, but now they got to converge, and they got that middle part of the lineup. Amparo, Kelly, and Holmes have been quiet today other than Kelly's RBI single in the first, and they need something to happen here in a big way. Last night, the final was 9-4. Sailfish really beating themselves on some mental mistakes. If take out Smoot error in the third inning and the runs that became of that, would have been a lot closer ball game. A couple of key defensive miscues as well. We've seen a couple of those today already, but this ball game definitely within striking distance, and a guy who can drive the ball around the full field, Chris Amparo, going to watch one for strike one. Amparo reaching on an E5 in the first inning, flew out to left in the third. Is the 0-1 from Stipe. Down and away, ball one. Still nobody away here, bottom five. Is this 1-1, big swing and a miss. Is Amparo a nice healthy cut. He's looking for that fastball. Sailfish trying to avoid going to a 6-game losing streak here this afternoon. Is this 1-2? Boot the opposite way into left field. On a bounce, Williams going to play this one. Veranda trying to score here as well, and the Sailfish are within two. Is Amparo, 2 RBIs on the single. Green scores easily from third. Veranda turns the Jets on as well. And it's still going to be first and second with nobody out. Picture perfect hitting for Amparo to locate that one up and away, opposite side. So Cody Kelly looking to keep the energy going. At 1-2-3 for Foster, really turning the tide here for the Sailfish as Kelly watched strike one go by. RBI single in the first and grounded out. 3 unassisted back in the third. Stipe flits over his shoulder to second, the 0-1. Put on the ground towards second. Saladino charges in, flips it to Urso with a turn. Not going to attempt the throw to first. Popped it to third, but wasn't in time, so they only get one. As it'll be 4-6 to force out Amparo. Kelly, good reach courtesy of the fielder's choice. Advance rates to third, so it is runners at the corners, and there's one down. Spartans probably going to set right back up in double play depth to try to get out of this inning in any way they can. Three hits now in the inning, and the Spartans once again going to make another mound trip. Looks like we are going to get a call to the bullpen here for Tampa, and probably a good call as well. Stipe will be responsible for the runners at first and third here in this fifth inning. Sailfish are within two. It's 6-4. We'll be right back.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Biggest message today is don't change.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
The book's not closed on Jade Stipe just yet. He finishes 4 1/3, but is responsible for the runners at the corners. Palm Beach Atlantic sending Finley Holmes to the plate with one down here, bottom 5, trailing 6-4 if you're just dropping by here on the Sailfish Sports Network. Holmes is 0 for 2 to start his day. Sails one low and away for ball 1 in his first pitch. Jacob Fletcher, first year pitching for Tampa, has made 8 appearances out of the bullpen so far, has a 2-0 record, 14 innings, and his ERA is 2.57. Right down Main Street, that's a called strike. Count goes back even, 1-1. Last year at University of South Carolina, Aiken started 15 games, led the squad, 79 innings thrown. 1-1. Holmes, slow tapper towards second. Saladino bumbles to Urso, throw back to first, not in time. Holmes does pick up an RBI as Rain scoots in to score, and the Sailfish are within 1. Holmes diving in head first, and it pays off. So McNamara now with Holmes at first. I want to call strike 1. Fletcher last year actually had one of his better outings for University of South Carolina Aiken against this Tampa group. Through 6 innings, had 9 strikeouts. McNamara now down 0-2. Pitched 3 years there at USCA after starting his collegiate tenure at South Georgia State University back in 2021. 0-2, sails low and outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So Fletcher with some good depth in his arm. Couple of outings that have been multi-innings as we will get a throw at second, and Holmes not in there in time. As Irigoyen able to gun out Finley Holmes. That'll be a 2-4, caught stealing to end the frame, but the Sailfish get within a run. To the 6th inning we go. Sailfish trail Tampa 6-5.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access
Biggest message today is don't change.
and highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Top of the order we go here from West Palm Beach, Florida. Spartans going to have 1, 2, 3 to face Daniel Foster. Sent down all 3 facing the 5th. Couple of flyouts and then a strikeout to end the inning. Be 4th time through the lineup here for Tampa. Foster's first one to Williams. Left field side and foul ground. Amparo trying to have a play on this ball. And he dropped it in foul ground. Paro certainly had to run quite a ways to get there. Just couldn't quite in time. So 0-1 is the count. Williams hit by pitch in the first inning, popped out to first in the second before he walked in the 4th, and he does have 3 stolen bags on the day. One sails high and away, goes to a ball and a strike. In a 4-game series last weekend out in California, finish with 6 stolen bases. Is this one called strike? Goes to 1-2. Tampa coming up, as I mentioned earlier, going to go to Albany State up in Georgia for a 2 p.m. start on Tuesday. One jackknifed off foul. Then next weekend, they're going to host Embry-Riddle for 3 games, starting Friday at 6. Then they'll play Saturday 1 and 4 before a non-conference Tuesday game against St. Leo, and then hit the road again for 6 consecutive games. 1-2 from Foster, high and outside, ball 2. Sailfish, on the other hand, following today's doubleheader, going to host Lynn on Tuesday in a non-conference game at 6. Then go to Nova Southeastern for 3 next weekend. As this one, it's again in foul territory, right field line. Be 6 p.m. Friday and then 12 and 3 next Saturday. Then they'll wrap out the month of March hosting Eckerd for 3 games, the 28th and 29th. 2-2 pitch. Not going to get the call. Looked pretty good. But Foster, that little turnaround spin on the mound, couldn't quite sell it. The payoff, hammered into left field. And Williams going to have his first hit of the day. His hitting streak runs to 12 games. And now it's Edgardo Villegas with 1 on and nobody out. That pitch definitely looked like it clipped the lower outside edge of the zone, as this one, strike 1 on Villegas. Quick lead off of first. Williams going to get back in there standing up. Villegas with an RBI sac fly his last time up. Now count draws even to a ball and a strike. Villegas wearing 27 because it's the number his dad wore when he played minor league ball. Good bat pick. Escardo keeps it in front. It's a 2-1 count. Definitely need a fairly quick inning here from Foster. Keep the energy going after a 3-run spot in the bottom of the 5th for the Sailfish offense. Good framework. Won't get the calls. It seems like the strike zone shrunk a little bit here in the 6th inning. Foster's check look. This one tapped off foul. So back-to-back full counts to start this 6th inning. Foster able to mow him down 7 pitches in the 5th on the 1-2-3. Look to first. High fly ball once again, drifting left field side. Amparo trying to get there. Hit the screen. So now 6 pitches deep, still a 3-2 count. Pretty even stance for Villegas in the box. Foster still looking over there to first. His payoff, opposite way into right field. Holmes charges in on this one. Huge turnaround second. Williams stops there. And the throw was there in time. But Williams able to get his hand back in there. Trying to catch him off guard. Would have been huge to get it out there, but back-to-back singles. Now it's J.D. Urso. Definitely a close play there at the second base bag. Williams wasn't as speedy as he was. Anybody else probably would have been hammered out there. But Urso, now Cody Kelly trying to hold him on, prevent the double steal. Spartans pulling off the double steal twice in their final game against Cal State Marcos last Monday. It's Cardo with a quick trip here, talking to Foster, making sure they're on the same page. So again, Williams, long lead off a second. Villegas, short lead of first. This one poked on up first baseline, foul territory. Goes to a ball and a strike. Villegas now with 44 stolen bags over his collegiate career. After 18 last year in his junior season. Down and away, goes to 2-1. And Paro positioned in a little bit at third. Is this one out in the air? Left field, played on a two-hop. Patty Rate's going to get there in the gap. Chugging around third. Williams going to cruise in to score. And the Spartans back on top by 2. J.D. Urso with some good gap-to-gap hitting. Gets the job done bringing in Williams. And now it's first and second with still nobody away. Villegas at second. Urso now at first in the 4 spot and Lenny Ashby to hit. Here for Coach Urso. Urso actually graduated from the University of Tampa way back when. Played there from 1988, 1992 before he got drafted. Still holds many records for the team, including games played over his collegiate career, stolen bases in a season, extra base hits in a season, and a couple other ones. There's quite the list. Tampa opting to use a pinch hitter here, taking out Lenny Ashby. Joe Stella coming in and taking over. 1-0, high fly ball, right field side, going back on it, Miranda. Holmes coming in. Holmes has got the better angle, but Miranda took it himself for the P4. So Joe Stella is retired. Got to wonder how that's going to affect the order. Stella usually a catcher. Braden Woodburn going to get his 4th trip to the plate. He's been on base 3 times. Single in the 2nd and the 3rd, then was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Foster looks around the base pass, shoots one in there for strike 1. Woodburn had a monster 6 RBI game against Lynn a couple weeks back. Is this 0-1? Right field side, foul territory, going to get out of play. Kelly raced over, showing some good hustle, trying to get to it. Woodburn, a couple of RBIs back in the 3rd inning. Has another spot with men on base here. Down and away, won't even offer. It's 1-2. Woodburn did take 37 watts last year. Is now taking 21 on the season this year. Still plenty of baseball to be played for this Tampa regular season as well. It's 1-2. Checks his swing, and he got him. Woodburn going to be sent down on a backwards K, and there's 2 away. So after 3 straight singles to start the inning, let's check out the replay. Another good frame from this Cardo, as his defense has been very solid behind the plate today. Dropped it low and outside. Karstetter's been sent down all 3 times, strikeout, swinging in the second. Back-to-back flyouts in the third and fourth. First one to center, and then to right. Takes a jump backwards as Cardo had to get out of his crouch quick. It's 2-0. Sailfish definitely fortunate with the defense they have behind the plate between this Cardo and Chantres. Arguably the best catcher duo in the SSC. Cardo settled back is at 2-0. It's again, gets out of the ballpark, so it's 2-1. Villegas is at second, Urso's at first, 2 down here, top 6. Spartans already with 1 run home in the inning, take the lead back by 2, 7-5. 2-1 dropped in low. Goes to 3 balls and a strike. Cole Russo is the man waiting on deck here for Tampa if they need him in this 6th. Foster's 3-1. Bulleted in the air out towards left field. Drifting back. Gets caught on the run by Rates. Be a deep fly out to left field. Tampa going to get another run on 3 hits. And they strand 2 on base as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-5 Spartans.
I don't just want to know. I want to see, feel, experience for myself.
I know I have what it takes to make an impact. Resilience. Drive.
I chose a school that shows what a beautiful life, a beautiful faith, a beautiful community looks like. Because we were chosen for this.
Bottom of the 6th inning, back here at JM Jake Rubin Park. Sailfish going to have an 8-9-1 up to bat. McNamara going to take this first one in there for strike 1. Tampa making a couple of defensive switches after the last inning. Edgardo Villegas moving from center to right field. Entering the game now in center field is Maddox King. McNamara going the opposite way. Bounding ball, Saladino flips it to Russo for another 4-3. Sailfish continuing to have a hard time getting balls to leave the infield dirt. Couple of balls in the last inning when they were able to piece together a 3 spot. Shallow balls just dropping beyond the infield dirt. Izquierdo takes the first one high, but a called strike, nothing in 1. Fletcher taking over for Stipe on the hill, went 4 1/3 at his line close, 5 runs, all were earned, is the 0-1. High and away, ball 1. Izquierdo picking up his 2nd hit of the season and his last at bat in the 4th. Is waiting the 1-1. A late hit down and away, 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Shot on off foul. Russo was trying to get over there, but ball took a big turn in the air out of play. After Izquierdo, we will go back to the top of the lineup here for Palm Beach Atlantic. Fletcher waits in the wind. Is 2-2. Bulleted down and away. Ball 3. As he runs it into a full count against Izquierdo. Longest at bat Izquierdo's worked today. 3-2 offering. Out in the air towards right field. Drifting in. It's caught easily by Villegas. So there's 2 away. Villegas jogged right on in, made it look easy. And now we'll go to Trey Miranda. Miranda's been on base once, courtesy of a fielder's choice. Had a fly out in his first at bat, center field. Also grounded out 5-3 in the second. Fletcher's 1-0. Good breaking ball, poked into left field. Huge turnaround first for Miranda, but he's going to pump the brakes as he keeps the inning alive. Ben Green, 2 hits in this game, also is on courtesy of a walk. Miranda dancing lead, his Green a healthy hack, strike 1. Oh-1, swung on and missed again, 0-2. Breaking pitch from Fletcher, throwing him off 2 consecutive times. Short lead off of first for Miranda. He looks ready to move. 0-2, fanned on and missed. Is Ben Green going to be sent down? 3 straight breaking pitches. To the 7th inning we go. Tampa holding a 7-5 lead. Daniel Foster remains out on the hill for a third inning of work. He sees 7, 8, 9 led off by Cole Russo here in the seventh inning from JMJ Rubin Park. Russo swings on the first one, off the leg of Miranda, rolls into shallow right, trying to recover and can't get a throw off. So Russo able to get on, start the inning. So that will be scored as an E4. Now Irigoyen with one on base. Foster right down Main Street, strike one. Irigoyen on courtesy of an E3 in the second inning. Grounded out 5-3 in the third, then an F9 in the fifth. As he connects on one, shooting it in a shallow center, falls in on a one-hop. And back-to-back runners now reaching base. Russo advancing to second. Irigoyen at first, and it's Nico Saladino with nobody away. Saladino, pair of singles, having an RBI in the second. Also struck out swinging in the fifth. Third base, the only bag open here for Daniel Foster and the Palm Beach Atlantic infield, Saladino looking out towards that left field corner. Foster trying that pickoff. Gunned it over to Miranda. Nobody covering the bag at the moment, with Cole Russo having a lot of space. Foster, quick little toe tap, stutter step. First one, slaps the bunt down in front of the plate. Foster charges in, puts that one right into the glove. Cody Kelly for the 1-3. Both base runners going to move up 90 feet. Russo to third here, going to second. And now it's back to the top of the lineup for Jordan Williams. Williams in his last at bat had a full count, had one that looked like was going to be called strike three. Was able to foul tip it off, stayed alive, and then put a single into the left center gap. Tampa's definitely been filling up the whole field. As Williams, high fly ball, once again out in shallow center, drifting back. Catch is made by Matt Namara. Once again showing off the range is that middle infield for the Sailfish. Greenwood had the best angle as he was certainly right in that area code. But taking it himself pays off as Villegas now going to bat with two down. Villegas trying to tack a little more insurance to the scoreboard. 2 runs doesn't feel like it's enough. The Sailfish have gotten hot this afternoon. They put up 2 in the first, then 3 in that fifth. Foster with his 0-1 offering. Drops in there for a called strike 2. Needs another good one of those. The 0-2. Izquierdo sprung on up. He's able to keep it in that vicinity, so it's a 1-2 count. Flags waving heavy out in left center field at the moment. 7-5 score, top 7. 1-2 from Foster. Popped it up right field side, coming on underneath it. Holmes looking for it, and he's able to grab it. Finley Holmes, and the Sailfish energy is high at the moment. They strand 2 in scoring position here in the top of the 7th, and to the bottom half of the frame. Tampa still a 7-5 lead.
I don't just want to know. I want to see, feel, experience for myself.
I know I have what it takes to make an impact. Resilience, drive.
I chose a school that shows what a beautiful life, a beautiful faith, a beautiful community looks like. Because we were chosen for this.
Jacob Fletcher's already finished 2 1/3. He'll stay out on the bumps beginning in inning number 7 as he sees Matt Ferranda in 3-4-5 in the Sailfish order this half inning. First offering, going to sail high and away, ball 1. Ferranda has a couple of singles and an RBI in this game. 2 runs scored, also has struck out looking. 1-0. Fanned on and missed. Be 1-1. Fletcher with a massive leg kick in stride. Something that seems like it's only gotten more massive as his outing's gone on. Another big swing. Ferranda going to trail 1-2. Last outing for Fletcher was 2 innings Monday at Cal State Marcos. 2 hits, 1 run was earned. That one called strike 3, and Ferranda with his first game of the year with multiple strikeouts. Both have been looking K's. Ferranda was trying to find one more take there, but again, strike zone seeming like it's kind of fluctuated a little bit in these latter innings of this first game. Again, these squads will meet up again shortly following the conclusion of Game 1, so hang around the rest of the day here on the Sailfish Sports Network. Rage straight on bat, strike 1. Singled in the first inning, grounded out 4-3 in the third, then walked and scored in the 5th. Oh, 1, another big swing and a miss. Rates dusting off the plate, making sure he's in good shape. Is the 0-2. Bounces up. Sprays a little bit of dust. It's 1-2. Fletcher getting some good movement on that slider here to begin the 7th inning. This is 1-2. Again bulleted low. Up off the plate. Ball 2. So it's 2-2. Fletcher takes his sweet time. Now Rates takes ball 3. So the count's run full. Fletcher working more from the third base side now. The payoff, little slow tapper towards second. Fielded on the 1-hop. Saladino to first. Just barely able to get Rates. He was moseying down that line quickly as he could. Chris Amparo going to bat with 2 down. Fletcher trying to make quick work of the Sailfish. Finish off second 1-2-3 of the day for the Tampa pitching staff. Amparo, 2 RBI single his last time up in the 5th. There's one shot in there just off the upper outside edge for ball 1. In between his on-base trips, has a fly out to left sandwiched in between. Is this 1-0? Shot through the hole on the left side of the infield. Second single of the day for Chris Amparo. Keeps the inning alive. Urso and Carstetter left quite a hole, and Amparo able to find it. Good piece of hitting right there. Urso ranged over, but just couldn't locate it in time. Cody Kelly with 1 on base, 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Fletcher going to breaking ball. Kelly's half swing, put it off foul. Grounded out 3 unassisted in the 3rd. Also reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th before being forced out. 4 sits on the base pass. 0-1 offering. Bounced up off the plate. Goes even to a ball and a strike. Kelly never seen more than 2 pitches in any of his at-bats today prior to this one. Swinging first go around twice. 1-1. Another half swing. Say held up, so it's 2 balls and a strike. Kelly, a quick little glancey down to first. Amparo, about 2.5 steps off the bag. 2-1 pitch. Kelly tipped it straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This Tampa team has won 4 straight SSC titles. Only in this century have they not won it 6 times. Last team not named the Spartans to win it was Eckert in 2019. As Kelly, left field side and foul ground. Everybody's going to run out of space. Williams, Carstetter, and Urso John back in that direction as well. So Kelly now 6 pitches deep in this one. Left foot pointed right up on the chalk line. Amparo, once again, 2.5 stutter steps off first. Little slow dribbler. Fouls it off. Kelly going to choke up yet again. Fletcher looking over his shoulder to first. The 2-2 sails high and outside. To run full. Kelly changing his approach these last couple weeks after a slow start to the season. Really kind of turned things around. Has creeped his average up almost 40 points in the last 2 weeks. Is the payoff offering. Shot off foul. Now 9 pitches in the at-bat. This will be number 10 to Cody Kelly. Tampa does have action going on in their bullpen down in left field. Quick glance over to first. Paro looking like he's ready to run. He's on the move. Swung out and missed, but that ends the inning. So Cody Kelly going to go down swinging, and despite the Amparo single, Jacob Fletcher able to work out of trouble. To the 8th we go. The Spartans still on top 7-5.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Daniel Foster back out for his fourth inning award. Spartans a 7-5 lead here in game one of this twin bill today. Top of the eighth inning is going to be 3-4-5 to bat for the Spartans, led off by J.D. Urso. Just a two-run ball game despite the Spartans pounding runners on the base paths almost every single inning. They've left 10 on as this is ball one. Left a pair on in the third and fourth, sixth and seventh after leaving one on in the first and second apiece, respectively. Down and outside, now a 2-0 count. Come back with a slider, goes 3-0. Urso's been hit twice, had an RBI singles last time at the dish in the sixth inning. When Brait's tight to the knees, ball fours. It's a 4-pitch watch, start the inning. So now Managed King going to take his first hats of the day. They're coming in, take over the spot in the lineup. Joe Stella had the pinch hit last time up for Lenny Ashby. Took over on defense, though, as he chipped it off the end of his bat. That'll be strike one. King a 6'1", 195 sophomore. Shows bunt this time. Able to crank it back. It's a 2-0 count. King, a part of that national championship team last year. Played in 55 games. Batted .283, 30 for 147. Had 7 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. His first career home run actually came in the national championship game last year against Angelo State. Puts a bunt down in front of the plate. Foster trying to turn, gets the lead runner at second. Not going to get a throw play back to first. So force down Urso 1-6. And King will be on courtesy of the fielder's choice. So not quite what he attempted to do with that. Same position as before, just one out. Swaps places in the dugout. Woodburn, Foster with a pitch out. Makes it a 1-0 count. Woodburn continuing to shine bright here in the middle part of this lineup. Gotta think he might get a nod to the field for game two after almost getting a chance to rest his legs just like Matt Ferranda here in game one. Woodburn plays both infield and outfield for this team. Big utility player. Played second base in the majority of his games this year after spending a lot of time in the outfield last year. Poached this one to right field. Holmes, one step in, made the catch. So that'll be an F9. And there's 2 away for Kevin Karstetter. Karstetter's been sent down all 4 times. Struck out swinging in the second and has 3 straight flyouts. Hammers the first one out to right center field, chugging over, and the gap. Green lays down, and he can't make the catch. Trying to get to second. Throw won't be in time. We will get a play at the plate. Escardo slapped the tag on. They call safe. King able to score all the way from first. And the lead's going to be 8-5. Foster going to have to shake that one off. Looked like Escardo caught the leg on the way by and watching the replay. The home plate umpire definitely has the better view downstairs. So now it's Russo. First pitch, Hacken, shoots one foul out of the park. Russo reaching courtesy of an error, also has a single. Grounded out, Stitch 3, also has a fly out. That one's going to be strike 2. Russo took one right down Broad Street. Russo, a defensive sub, 5 games this year, has started every other for Tampa. Little brush back, it's 1-2. Russo, an active member, community service for this Tampa group. Volunteers doing a lot of beach cleanup over in Tampa when he's not on the baseball diamond. Is this 1-2? Foul ground, right field side. Nine hits now on the day for the Spartan. 10 for PBA. Lead, though, for Tampa, 8-5. Sailfish, 3 errors in the field to this point. Just had the one yesterday. This one cleared up over the Tampa dugout out of the park. So Russo's going to be 5 pitches deep. Foster again looking on home, glances back to second, offered that one down and outside. Scardo had to slide over. Some good placement, keeps it 2-2. Carstetter about a quarter of the way to third. Foster's 2-2. Hammered high in the air towards right field. Holmes drifting over towards the line. Races in, makes the snag. Finley Holmes has been busy today in right field. Spartans get another run on one hit, and they strained one on. Into the bottom of the 8th we go. Tampa, an 8-5 lead.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Spartans bring another pitcher out of the pen. It's Michael Alfonso to take over the pitching duties. And Palm Beach Atlantic going to bring 7, 8, 9 to the dish as we bring you back here in West Palm. Finley Holmes against Alfonso going to start the inning. Alfonso is actually 4 years ago a 17th round pick of the Texas Rangers in 2021. His daddy Antonio played minor league ball for 5 seasons. Bounced around between 3 different organizations. As this one, third base side foul ground, charging over, catch is made by Carstetter. So now it's going to be McNamara with 1 down quickly. Alfonso received a red shirt for his year last year. Only threw 3 1/3 total innings. Had 8 strikeouts over the course of those 10 outs as well. Is this one going to drift down to the ballpark for McNamara to start the at-bat? Out of high school, he was part of the top prospect national showcase list, was put 21 on that list. Took a couple of years off from baseball before coming to Tampa. Is this 0-1? High and outside. Goes even to 1-1. Little kickback. Half swing, and McNamara put it off foul. McNamara with no balls that have left the infield today. Couple of ground downs also reached on a shallow fielder's choice. Now a high fly ball up behind the dish. Iragona, this one drops in for another foul ball, and McNamara still at a 1-2 count. McNamara has been a big turnaround guy for his team at the bottom of the lineup. Speedy on the base pass, also good agility. Shoots another one off, foul out of the park. Been key in the field as well, playing a lot of shorts, played a little bit of second as well. So 1-2 from Alfonso. McNamara putting it out in the left center field. Both Williams and Madditz King over there. It's Madditz King who's got it. So Williams gives way to his speedy center fielder. And now Izquierdo going to come to the dish, representing the 9th spot in the lineup. Izquierdo's 1 for 3 today. Grounded out 4-3 in the second, singled in the 4th. Got forced out 6-4. And most recently flew out to right field in the 6th as Alfonso bullets a fastball in there for ball 1. Alfonso overall 4 saves on the season, is yet to allow a run and does have 12 strikeouts through just 11 2/3 innings. 1-0. Knifed right to third, and Carstetter able to catch it on the hard liner. So that's a 1-2-3 and in for Alfonso in the 8th. Got to think he'll throw the 9th as well. But first, Tampa, one more trip to the plate. The Spartans, an 8-5 lead here on the Sailfish Sports Network. Daniel Foster back out, trying to close this game out. He's already gone 4, and we're back here for top of inning number 9. Tampa an 8-5 lead. Yoander Irigoyen going to watch one come tight to his hands for ball 1. He's been on base twice, reached on an E3 in the second, singled in the 7th. A 5-3 ground out and a fly out to right, sandwiched in between. Now watches one for strike 1. Foster up to 63 pitches prior to starting this inning. Out one just above the plate, 2-1. Allowed 5 hits. He struck out 2 and walked just 1 to this point. Big league kit 2-1. Shot on off foul. So it's 2-2. Again, don't go anywhere after this game. After a quick break, gonna quickly turn around and start game 2, the finale of the weekend in this 3-game SSC series between these two squads. Over the head of McNamara into the left center gap. Huge turnaround first. And now Irigoyen's going to pump the brakes. He'll be content with a single. So a good piece of hitting to find that hole between Rates and Green. Now Nico Saladino going to settle himself into the box. Saladino, a little slow tapper, third base line. Amparo, gun throw to first in time. So Saladino does the job and advances Irigoyen to second. And now it's the turnaround to the top of the lineup as Jordan Williams will get his 6th step out of the game. Been on 3 times, walk, a single, a hit by pitch, has done just about everything, has an RBI as well, 3 stolen bags, puts one the other way, left field foul ground. McNamara is drifting right a little bit from shore. Miranda's on a diagonal from the second base bag. Is this 0-1? Shot straight up the middle. McNamara dives, a little turnaround right to first in time. What a play. McNamara, a little 180 spinorama. Able to flip that one cross diamond to Kelly. We'll check out the replay here. Dives down, spins, fires on the move in time. What an effort by the Sailfish shortstop. Villegas down quickly, 0-1. Now a nice back pick. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Villegas with a single hit by pitch, 3 flyouts and a pop out. This one out in the left field, chugging back in the corner. Rates looks up, and he's got it coming down. Be the final out that the Sailfish need in this 9th inning. And Tampa going to strand one on Tampa. Going to see Palm Beach Atlantic come up for last ups when we return, trailing 8-5. Top of the order up for Palm Beach Atlantic and their last hope, and it comes against a guy who's been picture perfect to start the season. Michael Alfonso, now 12 2/3 innings, has not allowed a run. Nobody, in fact, has been beyond second when he's been on the hill. It's ball one, Trey Miranda, as we're back at the top of the lineup for the fifth time. Miranda's been on base twice today. Fielder's choice and a single. And now, good piece of hitting. Finds a hole left side. Played on the one-hop. Williams going to fire it in quick. But a leadoff single. Exactly what you could have wanted. Ben Green. Couple of hits. Had a walk and a strikeout. Again, Alfonso 4 years ago was his 17th round draft pick straight out of Key West High School by the Texas Rangers organization. And strike one into Ben Green. Took a couple years off from school and baseball and then opted to jump back into it last year. Was able to get a ring but only pitched 3 1/3 innings. 0-1. Sales high and outside, 1-1. Now he's really taken over this closer role. His first full season wearing the red and blacks. Little Litzy over the shoulder to first. And now is 1-1. Bounced up off the plate, advancing 90 feet. Miranda's going to be standing at second. So the Sailfish with signs of life here to start this ninth inning. A wide open stance in the box for Ben Green. Is this 2-1? Shot straight up the middle into center field. Played on a bounce. Miranda stops at third. So it'll be runners at the corners with nobody out. He took the turn like he wanted to go, but got held up. Now Ferranda in a massive spot here, and Alfonso in danger of giving up his first run or runs of the season. Good piece of hitting right there by Ben Green. Lope it in on a line shot. So Matt Ferranda, a couple of singles, swing and a miss. Going to trail 0-1. Had an RBI on his one in the first. Came in to score in the fifth as he's crossed the plate twice in this game. Him and Ben Green both have, as a matter of fact. This 0-1. Kept in front. It'll go to 1-1. Spartans got somebody up and throwing down in their bullpen in left field. One, fanned on and miss. Ferranda can't locate the fastball, so it goes to 1-2. Toe tap for Alfonso as Ferranda goes right to first, slaps it front of the bat to second in time. There's the 3-4. 3 unassisted. Ferranda's down. 3-4. They force out Ben Green. So the Sailfish with a runner 90 feet away, but now 2 outs on the board, and they still need 3 to tie. Wright sits here with a single, a walk, a couple of ground ball outs as well. Wright's high fly ball into shallow right field. Going back, it falls in, and he's got an RBI single. Wright picks up his 9th RBI of the season. As Miranda's crossed the plate and PBA's within 2. And Chris Amparo, a guy you'd love to have in a spot like this. Rates came around with a swing that didn't look like was too much there. Still able to bloop it in there. So here's Amparo, who's got 2 ribbies to his credit today. Takes one for strike 1. Rates is hanging right on the bag at the moment. Going to take just a couple of short steps off the bag. Now waiting the 0-1. Right on in there, tight to Amparo. It's 1-1. Sailfish up to 13 team hits on the day. Tampa finishes their 9 with 10. Spartans did leave 13 on the base pass. 1-1 down and outside. 2-1. After Amparo would be Cody Kelly. If Amparo can find a way to keep this game alive. Alfonso rocks around. Half step the 2-1. Just off the lower outside as Rates runs himself in scoring position. So Rates now standing at second. Still 2 outs. Amparo shoots one right up the middle, finds a gap in right center, chugging around third. Rates is going to come on in to score, and the Sailfish are within 1 here in the 9th. Amparo with his 3rd RBI of the afternoon. How about that? So Tampa getting a trip to the mound here, and we'll see if they'll take the ball from Alfonso. They've had action in their bullpen for the last 5-7 minutes or so. It's a great piece of hitting, gets the job done, seeing that one over again. Alfonso talking to Coach Urso. Doesn't look like he's going to take the ball just yet. It will be Cody Kelly next to bat for the Sailfish. And, man, when the Sailfish put together a good inning today, they certainly have done some good things. Now it's just a matter of how long can they keep this 2-out rally going. After that double play flipped by Russo, able to get back-to-back great singles from Rates and Amparo. Cody Kelly gonna look for his 2nd hit of the day. Kelly doesn't want to be the man that this game ends on. Sailfish giving Tampa a run for their money. They've taken 15 in a row from the Sailfish. This one bounces off the plate for ball 1. They lead the all-time overall head-to-head 39-7 in 46 games played. Last Sailfish victory against Tampa was here at the Jake Friday, April 12th, 2019. Was a 7-4 score that day. 1-0, punched out towards first, takes a couple of bounces. Saladino right to Russo, and this one's over. Kelly retired on a 4-3 bouncer. Final line for game 1 is going to be 8 runs, 10 hits, and an error for Tampa. And for the Sailfish, it's 7 runs, 14 hits, and 3 errors for the Sailfish. So we are going to step aside, take a break, and get ready for game 2 here on the Sailfish Sports Network. Tampa now 16 consecutive victories against the Sailfish as they take game 1 by an 8-7 final.